I've been with New Skin for 3 years, and this is my first year as a team lead. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I lead the best team of women on the planet. And just a quick little backstory. I do not want this to be about me, but it's important to know something about me. So how I even found New Skin and what drew me into this was I was raised by a single mom. In our household, it was my mom, myself, and my 2 younger sisters. And from the very beginning, times were just tough. And that's an understatement. Me and my sister got ready for school from the warmth of an open oven because we didn't have heating in our home. And so the only reason I'm telling you that is because I realized early on that no one was going to come and save me. And my life was going to be my own responsibility. And I actually noticed this is probably the 3rd person that has said this today. And so I would take note of that. Like, no one is going to come save you and, like, take responsibility now. That's actually really, really great. Your life is in your control. And that's really great if you look at it from that way. Okay. Let me get back on script here. All right, so when I was the first one in my family to go to college. And that is where I had my first network marketing experience. Y'all remember those 31 bags? I was setting them up at all of my friends' houses. I was having parties in every little apartment. Anyways, I was making some money to get through college, and that was my first network marketing experience. It was like a here and gone. Wasn't anything I ever planned on doing long term, and I did. I just made some money to pay bills in college. So fast forward to 2020, I was friends with Frederick Clark. And I'd already been friends with her for a couple of years at this point, and she started selling living spots. I had no clue what it was at the time, but after a year and a half of seeing her mediocre success, I was like, okay. At this point, she had signed up everyone in my gym, my sister, my best friend, and it was just FOMO at that point for me. And it just so happened that at that time, I was going through IVF. And I'm sure women in here have been through IVF. It's tough physically, but it's really tough mentally and emotionally. And I was just feeling like I really needed a distraction. And that is what made me actually take the jump to join New Skin. I just wanted something to distract me. And obviously, IVF is very expensive, so the financial help was nice as well. So I've been in the business 3 years now. And this is my first year as a team lead, like I said. And people ask me often, how did you hit team lead so quickly? And so that is what I'm here to talk to you about today. It is my favorite thing to talk about. The highest paid skill in this industry is recruiting. Okay, this is network marketing, not solo. I'm out here doing things by myself marketing. So the quicker you can recruit and bring people into your network and tap into other people's network, the quicker you will be successful. Again, I'm going to stay on script. None of this hardly has been what I was going to say. With recruiting, and obviously the goal here is to grow your business, right? So my favorite thing to teach people is how to bring people into your business and show them how to sell and make money for themselves. So that's what I'm going to talk about now. I'm going to share with you how I consistently have new people to sell products to and new people to share the business with. Okay? Slide. Okay. Enter Purposeful Prospecting. So, hey, who's heard of Purposeful Prospecting in here? Oh, I love that so much. Okay, so this is a method, I named it this. It helps me have more leads for people to reach out to all the time. Because often, like I'm sure probably everyone in here at some point has thought, I've talked to all of my people, right? I sold to all my friends. I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be weird. When I started this, I said I wasn't going to be cringy. And I've talked to everybody that I can talk to. So many people on my team were saying that, and I definitely felt that myself. So with this business, it's all about who know, like, and trust you, right? And who you know, like, and trust as well. So what I do with Purposeful Prospecting is I start with the warmest people to me, the closest people to me, my warm network, because they already have some sort of know, like, trust factor with me. Okay, so we're going to go through the steps here of Purposeful Prospecting. What I do is I'm going to start a note on my phone and I'm going to track while I go through the rest of these steps, okay? And this note on my phone is always changing. It is as detailed as possible, but don't get caught up in every little thing. You'll just get the flow once you start doing this. But I start with my story views, and you can do this on Instagram and Facebook. But I go to my story views and I swipe up, and I look at people who have viewed my story that also has a story of themselves. So the way to do that is they will have a little bubble around their photo. So as you can see here, this is just a little screenshot of story viewers, and I have arrows next to people that have stories up currently. See a little colorful bubble around their picture. So that is the first and most important filter to make it onto my Purposeful Prospecting list. Okay, so I go through each of these people's stories that have a story up currently, because this tells me that they are okay posting. I don't have to convince them to show their face on the phone. I do not want to do that. What I want to do is teach them how to be better at posting, be more authentic, make connections, relatable. I can hone in their skills, right, and teach them how to be someone people want to watch, but I cannot teach them how to just get on the camera. So that's why, if they already have a story up, I know I don't have to teach them that. So I go through that filter. I already know they're comfortable posting to some degree. And then I go one by one, and I click on their page, and I look at their most recent post first. So you're on their feed, right? And I look at their most recent post. If it's recent, like just to put a number on it, 3 days. If it's in the last 3 days, maybe a week, I will comment on that, and I'll follow them. If I don't follow them already, but if the photo was from like last year, don't comment on it. Just go to their stories if they have one up. And if something resonates with you, sticks out to you, I will send a comment and a reply to them that is thoughtful and meaningful. And what this is a way to initiate a relationship with those people. Okay, so here's a couple of examples of this. On this first one, this is someone brand new that I found on Instagram. We have some things in common. She posts, she has a similar following count. So I was like, okay, she meets my criteria pretty much, and I want to initiate a genuine comment with her. So actually, the slides are backwards. This is the slide. This girl, again, I do not know her from Adam. So I responded to her story, and I was like, Kayla, congratulations. I am so happy for you and your family. She's pregnant with her third baby. And so I was like, congratulations. And then I loved the dress that she had on. And so I said, and I need the dress you're wearing in the announcement post. Do you happen to have a link for it? Okay, so you see how I was very specific, and I didn't just say congratulations or your dress is pretty, right? I was very specific, and I ended it with a question. So with this, you want to be super detailed and specific. So like your kid is so cute, it's not going to initiate a genuine connection with that person. Everybody thinks their kid's cute. You're not telling them anything they don't know. You know? I mean, all right. So no good is your kid is so cute. Good is, oh my God, she is absolutely adorable. This red dress is perfect. I've been looking for a dress for my daughter Violet. Do you happen to know where she got it? I don't know. Do you happen to know where you bought it? Do you have a link for it? And the reason that I ask the question at the end, and it's often, do you have a link for whatever I want, is because I know she posts links. She is familiar with affiliate marketing, right? So to some degree, if I were to ask her about cellulite, she would be like, it took 4 years to explain. It's very easy for me to show her how to just incorporate new skin into her content if they're already posting links of some kind. Okay? All right. I'm so sorry. Megan, are you still doing teleprompter? I know. I'm so sorry. It's literally so everywhere. Okay, now I'm going to go back and show you some more examples. All right, so I have my notes. Okay, here's some examples. All right, so I have their story notifications on. I don't have a slide for that, but turn their story notifications on, okay? They've met your criteria. You're adding them to your Purposeful Prospecting note, and you turn their story notifications on. This way, you can get notified when they post, and you can make sure that you can go engage with them again, if it's something that resonates with you. So I add them to my list and I type out some notes. And like for this girl, I would say, just got pregnant with baby number 3, reached out to her about her dress, this is her name, here's the date that I had her. Just like whatever will like spark my memory of things about this person. So I add the date, and then every day I just check my notes. And I go through these people in case I miss their notifications of their stories. And I just go through and engage with them if there's something that resonates with me. If there's not, then I don't, because it is weird and it will be obvious. Okay? So when I find an opening, and everyone always asks me, and if we ever can find an answer to this, I'll pay you some money. How many conversations should I have before bringing up music? Because you're not going to message these people, follow them, and ask them to join your business right away. It's not going to work if you do. So you're just chatting with them about things that you have in common, and if it feels weird to bring up new skin, it is probably weird. It's probably going to come off weird, and then you have ruined the potential customer and affiliate if you bring it up too soon. So you've been messaging back and forth a few times, but again, if you feel weird, it probably is weird. So when you find an opening, don't overthink it, but when you are ready to pitch, I've never said that word, don't pitch. Just bring up new skin in a cool, casual, calm way, okay? Don't pitch them anything. All right, so here are some examples. This is what I've been trying to get to. Here's some examples, okay? So, the one on the left, I like to say this business is the prize. I believe that wholeheartedly, and that's why I am confident when I go to someone and I bring up the business. Like, I might not know them, they may say no, but if I think they would be good at this, then I let them know. I wholeheartedly believe this is an incredible opportunity. It has amazing products, and it is a vehicle to go anywhere you want to go. It does not matter your background. It does not matter your education or your previous experiences. It only matters your heart and your work ethic. Okay? And there's very, very few things like that on this planet. So this business is the prize. So I'm confident, but I'm cool and I'm casual. My examples. Okay. So I respond. This one on the left is where here's what I said. I said, ha ha ha, it was a ChatGPT response to where a success trip was going to be. And then she was like, okay, yes, I remember. So this chick was engaging with me about where our success trip was going to be. All right, so I was having my followers help me guess based on the clues that New Skin shares leading up to the success trip. And so I said, she messaged me at 5 a.m. And I was like, number one, why were you up at 5 a.m. on Saturday? And two, why were you doing New Skin with me? Very direct, very to the point, very short. I'm not justifying anything, I'm not explaining anything, and I'm not giving her a 2-minute synopsis on the science of New Skin and the background, right? Like, I'm only saying that because I know people feel like sometimes they word vomit because they love New Skin so much, and there is so much great stuff to share, so you want to share it all right away. But don't do that. So, in this next one, so she's like, perfect, have fun in Paris. This is someone that I'm familiar with. We have a conversation. I actually know her in person. And I was like, I should have mentioned this to you before, but you should share some New Skin links with me. I think you'd be great because you're genuine and you have a great community. Bam, goodbye, that's it. She said no. But she will say yes. I know. And then this last one, so I'm on a success trip in Greece in this photo that this girl responded to and said, you belong here. And I said, I think I'll stay. I wish. And then I said, Emily, you should do this with me. So the point in all of these is they're very short, they're very to the point, and they're very cool if you do, cool if you don't join me. My job is to share this prize with everybody who I think can benefit from it. You would be good at it. So what they say is not in my control. I probably forgot about all of those messages. You can see the black, that means I had to search these words to find these messages in my DMs because I send them so much. And I don't have any expectation on what they're going to say back. Because I like to think at some point they're all going to say yes. So I'm not sitting here worrying about when, because I'm already we are about to launch a once-in-a-career product, and this Prism opens you up to a huge pool of people that are going to be potential recruits for you, that you can help make an impact on their lives and their businesses that we haven't had before, that wouldn't maybe be a good fit before. So I'm 10xing my conversations, my prospecting conversations to those people right now. I have a list of people, and every day I'm adding people to it who I see on Instagram, who I see in person, who I knew from back in the day, and I am letting them know that this is going to be incredible, life-changing, like the best convention ever on earth, right? I'm ready to 10x my business with new customers and new teammates, and every single person that you speak to today should know about the Prism. The people you connect with on Instagram should know about this, okay? So, real quick, I'm all about action. Let's get your phones out real quick. Okay, we're gonna do a quick little purposeful prospecting. So get your phones out, follow me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, don't do that. Or you don't have to. Okay, so you got your phones out. All right, go to your Instagram or your Facebook and go to your story viewers. Okay, this is gonna be real fast. I'm just gonna show you how much easier this is than probably what you are thinking in your mind. You got your phone out, you're on your Instagram stories or your Facebook stories, and you're looking at who's viewed it, and I want you to go to someone who has a story bubble up. You don't even have to go to them at this moment, just look at that list of people. Is there someone that you see, as you're scrolling your viewers, who have stories up, that you have not mentioned the business to? Yes? Yes? You should mention it to them, because if you don't, I will probably beat you to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Emerald Director Lauren Stillman.
So, like Lacey took us to class for a little bit, we're also going to continue in session with that. So, before we start, I want you to close your eyes for a second. I want you to imagine yourself in your business a year from now. I want you to picture the lives that you've impacted by your decision to start, and the confidence that you gained, and the ripple effect that you created. Now, open your eyes. Here's the good news. Everything that you just pictured and everything in your vision starts with one thing: how you onboard your new affiliates and how you launch their business. That is where we are going to live in this moment.